Last letters home from kamikaze pilots. Letter 2. Dear Father, as death approaches, my only regret is that I have never been able to do anything good for you in my life. I was selected quite unexpectedly to be a special attack pilot and will be leaving for Okinawa today. Once the order was given for my one-way mission, it became my sincere wish to achieve success in fulfilling this last duty. Even so, I cannot help feeling a strong attachment to this beautiful land of Japan. Is that a weakness on my part? On learning that my time had come, I closed my eyes and saw visions of your face, mother's, grandmother's, and the faces of my close friends. It was bracing and heartening to realize that each of you wants me to be brave. I will do that. I will. My life in the service has not been filled with sweet memories. It is a life of resignation and self-denial, certainly not comfortable. I can see only that it gives me a chance to die for my country. If this seems bitter, it probably is because I had experienced the sweetness of life before joining the service. The other day, I received Lieutenant Otsubu's philosophy on life and death, which you so kindly sent. It seems to me that while he appears to have hit on some truth, he was concerned mostly with superficial thoughts on the service. It is of no avail to express it now, but in my 23 years of life, I have worked out my own philosophy. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth when I think of the deceits being played on innocent citizens by some of our wily politicians. But I am willing to take orders from the high command, and even from the politicians, because I believe in the polity of Japan. The Japanese way of life is indeed beautiful, and I am proud of it, as I am of Japanese history and mythology, which reflect the purity of our ancestors and their belief in the past, whether or not those beliefs are true. That way of life is the product of all the best things which our ancestors have handed down to us. And the living embodiment of all wonderful things out of our past is the imperial family, which, too, is the crystallization of the splendor and beauty of Japan and its people. It is an honor to be able to give my life in defense of these beautiful and lofty things. Okinawa is as much a part of Japan as Goto Island. An inner voice keeps saying that I must smite the foe who violates our homeland. My grave will be the sea around Okinawa, and I will see my mother and my grandmother again. I have neither regret nor fear about death. I only pray for the happiness of you and all my fellow countrymen. My greatest regret in this life is the failure to call you Reverend Father. I regret not having given any demonstration of the true respect which I have always had for you. During my final plunge, though you will not hear me, you may be sure that I will be saying Reverend Father to you and thinking of all you have done for me. I have not asked you to come and see me at the base because I know that you are comfortable at home. It is a good place to live. The mountains north of the base remind me of Goto Island, and I have often thought of the days when you took Akira and me on picnics near the Power magazine. I also recall riding with you to the crematorium at Magariska as a youngster, without clearly understanding that Mother had died. I leave everything to you. Please take good care of my sisters. One setback in a history does not mean the destruction of a nation. I pray that you will live long. I am confident that a new Japan will emerge. Our people must not be rash in their desire for death. Fondest regards, just before departure, Teruo. Without regard for life or name, a samurai will defend his homeland.